Just wanted to let you know because the governor is going to take good numbers. Yeah.
Alex, Ralph. The man in the white uniform up there is from, I can't think of his school name, but he could probably talk to you. They're doing the color guard, the manning of the rails, but afterwards, if you want to talk to him.
See it moving.
Please take your seats. Thank you. Please take your seats.
Everyone, and welcome to the State House steps as we commemorate the 24th anniversary of the attacks of September 11th, 2001. My name is Teresa Mackay, and on September 11th, 2001, my late husband, Joseph Mackay, died at the World Trade Center. Since its inception, I have had the honor of serving on the Family Advisory Committee of the Massachusetts 9/11 Fund. As we begin, we kindly ask that you turn off your mobile devices for the duration of the service. Today, we read the names of 219 loved ones with a connection to Massachusetts. As we listen to their names, we honor their memory and our national commitment to never forget. Behind each name is a unique person that was taken far too soon, and there are families and friends forever changed because of their loss. Please join us in quiet reflection as we listen to Josh Groban's song, To Where You Are, after which we will begin the name reading ceremony. Thank you.
Who can say for certain? Maybe you're still here. I feel you all around me. Your memory so clear. Deep in the stillness, I can hear you speak. from up above. Fly me up to where you are beyond the distant star. I wish upon tonight to see you smile, if only for a while to know you're there. A breath away is not far to where you are. Gently sleeping here inside my dream, and isn't faith believing all power can't be seen? As my heart holds you just one beat away, I cherish all you gave me every day, 'cause you are mine forever, love, watching me from above. And I believe that angels breathe, and that love will live on and never leave. Fly me up to where you are beyond the distant star. I wish upon tonight to see you smile, if only for a while to know you're there. A breath away is not far to where you are. I know you're there. A breath away is not far to where you
Yes. A team. Hut. Present arm. Order. Arm. Present arm. Order. Arm.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
join us for a moment of silence. Please join us for a moment of silence.
Good morning. I will be reading a poem in honor of those taken from their loved ones on September 11, 2001. The poem is entitled, We Remember Them, and is often read as a responsive poem. As I read each line of the poem, I invite you to join in reciting the phrase, We Remember Them, after the governor comes upstairs. Sorry for that. Last year I dropped the microphone, this year I didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. At the rising of the sun and its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and as it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
Stephen G. Adams. Gertrude Tree Alejero. Anna S.W. Allison. Barbara Arestige. Myra Joy Aronson. Yafet Aryeh. Louis F. Aversano Jr. Garnet Ace Bailey. Christine Jonna Barbudo. Graham Berkeley. David W. Bernard. Mark Bingham. Jeffrey D. Bittner. Susan Lee Blair.
Kelly Ann Boones.
Carol Marie Bouchard, Michael R. Canty, Christopher M. Karstanjian, Neely Ann Heffernan Casey, William Casper, Swarna Kalasahani, Stephen Sherry, Jeffrey William Cloud, Jeffrey D. Coleman, Kevin Patrick Connors, Jeffrey William Coombs, John J. Corcoran, Frederick John Cox, Jr., Tara Kathleen Creamer, Wells Remy Crother.
Thelma Cuccinello, Patrick J. Curvan, Dorothy Alma de Arujo, Captain Gerald DeCanto, U.S. Navy, Lieutenant Manuel de Valle, Jr., FDNY, Gerard Jerry P. Dewan, FDNY, Simon Donani, David DeMeglio, Donald Americo DiTullio, Alberto Pocho Dominguez, Jamie Lynn Fallon, John R. Fisher, Richard P. Fitzsimons, Carol M. Flyzek, Alan Friedlander.
Paul Joshua Friedman, Peter Christian Fry, Carlton Douglas By Fife, Thomas Edward Galvin, Douglas Gardner, Peter A. Gay, Linda May George, Edmund Glazer, Lynn Catherine Goodchild, Peter M. Goodrich, Lisa Finn Gordonstein, Douglas A. Gowell, Andrew Curry Green, Donald Friedman Green, Reverend Francis Edward Grogan.
Philip T. Goza, Paige Farley Hackle, May Lee Hale, Carl Hammond, Christine Lee Hansen, Peter Burton Hansen, Sue Kim Hansen, Gerald Hardacre, Melissa Harrington Hughes, Eric Hartano, John C. Hartz, Peter P. Hashem, James E. Hayden, Ariel Lewis Jacobs, Roberta Bernstein Heber, Edward R. Hennessy Jr., Norberto Hernandez, and my beloved brother, Robert J. Hicks.
Cora Hidalgo Holland,
Herbert Wilson Homer, Matthew Horning, John Nicholas Humber, Eric Hans Isbranson, Walid Iskander, Aaron J. Jacobs, Ariel Lewis Jacobs, Jason K. Jacobs, Robert Adrian Jalbert, Griselda E. Garrow James, Amy Nicole Jarrett, John Jenkins, Joseph Jenkins Jr., Arthur Joseph Jones III, and Todd Russell Hill, who was 3 floors above me when he died.
Colonel Charles Edward Jones, United States Air Force. Jennifer Lynn Kane. Robin L. Kaplan. Sergeant Robert N. Coffers, Port Authority of New York and New Jersey Police Department. Richard M. Keene. Barbara A. Keating. Ralph F. Kershaw. Brian Kevin Kinney. Glenn Davis Kerwin. David P. Colvilson. Catherine L. Labore. Judy C. LaRocque. Natalie Janice Lasden. Robert G. LeBlanc. Dong Lee. Joseph A. Lenahan. And our uncle, John Rhett Cahill.
Jeffrey Levine, Daniel Lewin, Sarah Elizabeth Lowe, Sean Patrick Lynch, Marianne McFarlane, Susan McElhaney McKay, L. Neil Mariani, Kenneth Joseph Marino, Fire Department of New York, Karen Ann Martin, Margaret Mattick, Kevin M. McCarthy, Juliana Valentine McCourt, Ruth Clifford McCourt, Michael McGinty, First Officer Thomas F. McGinnis Jr., and my beloved husband Joseph Mathai.
Lori Ann Olson Nara. Renee Tetrault Newell. American Airlines Flight Attendant Kathleen Ann Negosha. Jacqueline Norton. Robert Grant Norton. Seamus O'Neill. American Airlines Captain of Flight 11, Captain John Oganowski. Leah E. Oliver. American Airlines Flight Attendant Betty Ann Ong. Jane M. Orth. Michael Benjamin Packer. Marie Papalardo. Robert Pattison. Thomas Nicholas Pecorelli. Todd D. Polino.
Baronthea Berenson Perkins, Jean Peterson, Dennis J. Pierce, Everett Marty Proctor III, Carrie Beth Progen, Sonia Mercedes Morales Popolo, Patrick J. Quigley IV, Jonathan C. Randall, Timothy E. Riley, David Elliott Reddick, Venetia Richards, Fred Romelli, MD, Isaias Rivera, Valeska Martinez Rivera, Stephen L. Roach, Raymond James Rocha, and my father, Alexander Milan Filipov.
Gavin McMahon. Christopher Daniel Mello. Stuart Todd Meltzer. Raymond James Metz III. Martin P. Michelstein. Master Special Officer Craig J. Miller, U.S. Secret Service. Antonio Montoya. Carlos Beto Montoya. Captain Thomas Moody, FDNY. Laura Lee DeFazio Morabito. Richard Morgan. Christopher M. Morrison. Brian Joseph Murphy. Mildred Rose Naaman. Sean M. Nasani. And my once-in-a-lifetime friend, William Christopher Hunt.
Laura Rockefeller. Jean Destrahan Roger. Philip M. Rosenzweig. Richard Barry. Michael Craig Rothberg. James M. Rue. Jessica Lee Sachs. Rama Salih. Jesus J.R. Sanchez. Matthew Carmen Salito. Kathleen Scherer. Robert M. Scherer. Antoinette Sherman. Jane Louise Simpkin. Heather Smith. And my beloved brother, Mark Lawrence Davis.
American Airlines Flight Attendant Diane Bullish-Snyder. Eric Adam Stallman. Craig William Stout. Timothy C. Stout. Edward W. Straub. Brian David Sweeney. Kevin T. Suzik. Deborah Tavalera. Leonard Lenny E. Taylor. Michael Theodoris Dees. Eric Rick Thorpe, Alicia Nicole Titus, Amy E. Toyen, Daniel Trant, and my dear friend and fellow flight attendant, Madeline Amy Sweeney.
Jim Trentini, Mary Trentini, Michael Augustine Uganlin, Kenneth E. Giuliano, Nata Fuller Waller, Stephen Ward, William Michael Weems, John J. Rankus, Peter Matthew West, Staff Sergeant Madeline A. White, U.S. Army, Candace Lee Williams, Christopher R. Zaba Jr., Kenneth Albert Zellman. Tyler Oberlin.
When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. I think that's all.
This concludes the first portion of our ceremony. We invite you to join us in the chamber of the House of Representatives for the commemoration observance, the remembrance montage, and the presentation of the Madeline Amy Sweeney Award for Civilian Bravery. We will also tell you about the importance of the Mass 9/11 Fund's efforts to educate students about the terrorist attacks which originated in Massachusetts on September 11th, 2001, the most transformative day in our country's history. For those of you watching at home, we will be showing tribute videos from past years until the commemoration resumes. Thank you.
What was once a slight, fragile sapling in 2014, a descendant of the one surviving tree at the World Trade Center, has become a reminder of that agonizing day. But more importantly, that sapling, now our survivor tree at the Boston Public Garden, stands proudly and resolutely, extending its branches of love as a symbol that we have withstood the pain, endured, and grown ever stronger. We are rooted in resilience. But we could not have done it without our families and friends, new and old. Here are some of those stories of the people who were and still are in our community of care. Cindy McGinty, her husband Mike, and their 2 sons met Chris Mitchell when the McGinty's went to sign the boys up for Cub Scouts.
I was the scoutmaster and always was trained in scout leader training to always look for your replacement. So we met at the Bethany Church as a group. Mike was a deacon there,